Are you kidding me? Okay, so now we'll do the unboxing video because I can balance this up here, sort of. Okay, now, first of all, I just cut open my box from Studio 2 Publishing that has I think it's my superhero kit. It is. Or my Superpowers Companion for Savage Worlds. So, let's see here. Open this. Careful, not to cut. Okay, so first, I'm going to pull the plastic off on this. And we've got the Superpowers Companions Archetypes, which they went so far off the charts that they were able to get all the stretch goals. Okay, next is the Superpowers Companion itself. Here's my head in comparison to it. I don't know if that's a very good comparison, but, well, between the top of my head and my beard, I've got a lot. Anyway, and then next, Adventure Deck Supplement Cards. So we'll take a look at those in a second. And finally, the Superpowers Pawn Set. So I'm going to put this aside, the box. Okay, now, first, starting in backwards order. The pawns are die cut. They're cardboard, but they're really nicely printed. And I've gotten these kind of pawns with Deadlands and East Texas University. No, did I get? Yeah, I got pawns with that too. With the what's it called? The what's it called? East Texas University with their study abroad set. There we go. So, and then the Superpowers Companion. This is something that's really cool. I'm hoping to be able to use it and everything. Of course, on the cover here, you have Red as a superheroine, and Red is a character who keeps showing up in all the Savage Worlds stuff. The pages on this are really nice and glossy, and one of the extra stretch goals was to be able to get ribbons put into the book so we can mark where we're at. So there's those characters, and these are characters that are, like here's the power summaries, and each page that has a power on it. Let me move this over here. Has a drawing on it or a clip picture or something like that. It's got really good. It's really got just some great stuff for putting together your superhero campaign. It's got a really good rogues gallery. Civilians and then your superpowers. And it's got 5 levels of superpower, which are listed on page. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So, and let's pop those out. Yeah, those ribbons out. I think it might even be in chapter 1 here. Yes, here it is. Campaign power levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what's cool is in the setting rules, it kind of gives you some listings of some ideas of how to set up your superhero campaign. So, like it's got a whole section here starting on page 37. Oh, I promised I'd tell you the page that the other one was on. Okay, so that's in chapter 1. On page 10. Chapter 1 on page 10, right here, is where the campaign power levels are listed and how many points you can spend on things, because that's part of the new edges. That's in the character creation section, making your heroes and villains. Chapter 2 covers gear. And it's chapter 3 here that talks about setting rules. So if you want to do 4-color superheroes, that's your average Marvel or DC kind of superhero. And that's power levels 3 through 5. Cosmic power levels are 4 and 5. Like these are your they take space in space on the alien worlds. Protagonists definitely take the spacer power, so they can go out in outer space and everything. But like Superman and Omni-Man, they're cosmic level superheroes. For gritty pulp tales and stuff, you've got power levels 1 and 2. You can have heroes at all levels in fantasy superheroes, horror superheroes, Werewolf by Night, Man Thing, Swamp Thing, Ghost Rider, Vampirella, Tomb of Dracula. All those kind of comics are kind of best for power levels 1 through 3. Ultra Violent, you want it 3 to 5. And 0 to Hero is suitable for all kind of power levels. And those are really fun. Those are really fun stories. But then it talks, of course, about trappings. That is, it's still one of Savage World's best things. And I am not sponsored by them. I must throw that out there. There's no sponsorship here. So the book is really nice. I'm very impressed with it. It looks and feels like some of their other more regular core rule books, but with the ribbons, these are nice ribbons too. They're nice thick ones. They're thicker than I think the ones I got on my super edition of the core rule book, which the core rule book's really cool. And for those of you who haven't picked up a copy yet, you can pick one up for as simple as $10. Buy it online through the Savage Worlds, through Peg Inc. I'll put the link below. But it's peginc.com. Now, I've cut these open here. The Superpowers Archetype Cards. And these make it so you can just throw down your superhero game anytime you're ready. And as per usual, they're about $20. I mean, the pinnacle or the pawns. Oh, where did I put those adventure cards? Oh, there they are. The pawns are retailing at $30, $29.99. The book is retailing at $30 even, and the archetype cards retail at $20. I don't think you can get the archetype or the adventure card inserts. Things like Hidden Power. I'll open this up. Probably going to close it back up after I get these out after I get done looking at these because they really won't fit into a regular adventure deck. The Return of Superpowered NPC Thought to be Dead returns in the current encounter. To the Rescue and Arch Enemy. Or Arch Enemy, depends on how you choose to say it, but Arch Enemy is fine. But anyway, I'm going to just store those in here just to make sure that they don't get out of, in such a bad way. Then go back to these archetype cards. Let's take a look and just see what we got in here. It says here that we have 12 4-color superheroes. So those are your Iron Mans, your Batmans, your Doctor Stranges, things like that. Or at least the ones that are in typical comic books. So let's go through these. Like the Archer. Again, great artwork. I really give perks to the artwork on this. So the Archer, the Tank, the Gunner, and these being Savage Worlds archetype cards. On the front side, they have a cool picture of your character, the Iceman. They have the attributes and skills, the main things you're going to be rolling on the front side. But on the back side, you list your hindrances, environmental weaknesses, and quirks. So let me just focus in for a second here on the dependency. This character has a dependency, and that dependency is you need 32 degrees Fahrenheit or lower for 1 hour every 24 hours or take a level of fatigue. So dependencies are often done as drug addictions or things like that, but in this case, it's a dependency on cold, and you're fatigued if you don't do it. So, but you've got edges and things like that. How many points in superpowers, all that kind of stuff in your gear. So, and then of course the superpowers down at the bottom. And it also, being as these are seasoned characters, it tells you what they took as their advances. So this one is the Firebird, and that's red. And of course, she's not inspired by Firestar from X-Men and Spider-Man and Marvel at all. Being facetious there, of course. The Sorceress, she's got magic as the way she does her. That's the way she does her stuff, and again, of course, there's trappings that determine how she does it. We got a superhero detective, and there's the Brawler, the Defender, the Valkyrie, the Speedster, the Gadgeteer. Now that ends the level 3 superheroes, the power level 3 characters. Now going down to your level 1s, your Pulp Fiction type characters, like Doc Savage and characters like that, Indiana Jones, things like that, could fit into that world. You got your Mindbender, Rocketeer. So, and she is not the Rocketeer. She is Rocketeer. But anyway, and of course the Rocketeer is a really good example of a pulp superhero. The movie, The Rocketeer, or the comics. I haven't read the comics, but the movie is one of my favorites. The Occultist, the Boxer, the Beastmaster, the Dark Avenger. And then going up to power level 2, which are like street level superheroes, you have the Darkness, the Ghost in the Machine, the Street Samurai, the former sidekick, like Nightwing, and the Gunslinger. Oh, and they kind of made a Mr. Fantastic character in The Stretch, level 2. Now, going up to level 4, you have, these are your world-class superheroes, the ones that kind of fight on a global level, like the Iron Sentinel, the Magician, the Priestess, the Technomancer, the Smasher, who looks like he could say you're welcome, the Tactician, and then moving on to the cosmic level superheroes, we have the Champion, the Goddess, the King, hey baby, hey pretty mama, looking at all that kind of stuff, and Intergalactic Bounty Hunter, Star Warrior, and the Galactic Gladiator. So those are the 36 archetype cards that are in this box set, and they're pretty cool. I must admit, I'm very impressed with the basics of them, and I look forward to running an occasional super powered game at my friendly local game store. Now, I think that I'm just going to have to keep an eye on some stuff, but I think I might be proposing a Guardian table or a grown-up table that runs concurrent to the teen table every Tuesday. And we'll just see what happens there, because, I mean, it will give more people more chances to game, and that's fun. Well, I want to thank you for this time that you spent with me watching my unboxing. I apologize for the blue tint that's coming off the monitors. I guess I could have lit myself better. Maybe if I'd done this. Yeah, that kind of balances the blue light out a little bit. But anyway, the great thing about superheroes is that you're able to right the wrongs that can't be righted. And then as and that's really what Superman came about to do in the first place. And he was one of the earliest superheroes. So it'll be fun to get it going. Just it'll be fun to share it with you guys. And I'm hoping that down the road we can start getting kind of a library built up at not only the Friendly Local Game Store, but in the hands of every sponsor, for ACE. So that way we can, as we are getting more and more sponsors and more clubs out there, that you guys will be able to set up your clubs and have the fun telling the stories like I had when I was a teenager. And I want to share with you guys. So let me know how I can help. You guys are awesome, and I'll talk to you soon.